What's up, guys? Army Dog here. Another scrap mechanic survival video. Just a reminder for you guys, I play with absolutely no mods, and I have 1,932 days in this game. So there is no mods, no dev mode, no file cheating, none of that stuff. The only thing I do with files is make a backup. That's it, just in case something happens that I don't like. Anyway, this video is going to be a short, sweet, simple one. Just showing you guys a couple of updates I did to my defenses. So if you look down here, I now have saw blades that go the entire length of the base. And while you're waiting for a raid, just before it comes on, zoom in there and give it a little shoot. Boop. Yeah, look at that. That's a lot of controllers. There's 5 level 5s stacked right there. With those spin, just give the bot something to hack on or something to run into before they get to the wall. So let's turn that off there. Okay, and sometimes we get a little glitch of one of them that keeps running or whatever. So it's been a while since I've showed off these. They have the wall, or the spinny blades, and they have the fence to go through. If they do get through the fence, I have smashers in place to clear smush. Oh, sometimes they get a little hung up there. Yep, see, and then that goes the entire length here. So this is all smasher. Stupid rock. Ugh. Anyway, let's get up here real quick. It's a little bit laggy. I only run about 35 to 40 FPS in my base because it's so daggone huge. But anyway, same thing up here. I've got, as you can see, the layer of saws there. It's a little update I did there just to help, AFK farm kind of thing. If I plant potatoes, I don't want to worry about greenies and everything else. I did do a raid with 300 broccoli and 200 pineapple. Unfortunately, the sound did not come through on the video. Yeah, I was like, really? And I was joined by my buddy Iron Dead, just in case something bad happened. We did have a couple of farm bots spawn. This is before the saw blade defense there. And the farm bot, well, the first one melted because of this guy in like, I don't know, 2 seconds. I literally hopped up here, saw a tape bot over there, pow, done, and then I saw a couple tape bots out there, and I shot him. And then the farm bot came running up, and he had beat through this section of the fence right there and started making a hole. And so I literally hopped in a melter there, and literally just like 2 seconds, blah, he was dead. And then I shot the other one that was over this way, and just dead. So that was the farm bot melter. Works really good. Another thing I've done, let's see here. Let's back in a third person. Whee! Thing I've done is my scout vehicle. You guys remember this? I just made a video about it, about how it could go through the water and everything. Well, if you look at the back here, I've moved the thrusters out and changed the bearing turn radius to 15 degrees. So now when I'm in the water, I can give myself slight curves to kind of direct where I need to go. So that way you can actually steer in the water now. So it's really super heavy. I like it a lot. So anyway, and then I have this project going on over here. Now I started it out. This is Crawley. You guys remember Crawley from a long time ago? He started out as a little larva. Now he's a full-grown bug. Now he's huge. Anyway, so I had this little project going on here, and I'm like, I need a way to get farmers. So what I did is I made these 2 cages. Right, they're 9 by 9 by 9, and basically all that happens when you push 3, they fold forward, right, and they hit the ground, boop, and the front opens up. You knock a farmer in there, and you close the door, right, and it bloop, it comes back up and sits on the legs here. So I was like, oh, okay, this is my utility vehicle for moving crates, to the trader in case I need to do anything like that. And then I was like, well, I don't want these to interfere when I'm doing crates. So my next project, I think, is going to be a weldable spine that comes up in the middle here, because this is a saddle, so there's a center point. A weldable spine that comes up and goes back and then welds down, like, I don't know, right here or something. And then I'll have 6 of these cages, 3 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That fold down to the ground just like these. and open up so I can go and collect 6 farmers at a time. But then when I'm done, all I got to do is drop one block, ting, and then just move the creation somewhere else. That way I don't have to worry about the cages being in the way of the fruit containers or the whatever I'm packaging all in the thing. So it's going to be because you don't need farmers very often, especially at this point in the game. I just literally went and got 2 more Spud shotguns to put in my guest quarters. So when people join me, they got a shotgun. I got a shotgun, Spud gun, weld tool, paint tool, connect tool. Everything's in there in each chest that anybody needs. I've got thousands of Spuds. And so I figured, occasionally I'll need to go get farmers. And there's a spot that's a long ways off on a beach that has like 6, 8 of them, something like that. And having that weldable spine, I think, would work perfect. That way Crawley can just make his way out there. He's electric, so he's very efficient. He's just not very fast, but that's okay. Crawley don't care about nothing. He just wants to sit here and be cool. He's thick, especially with these things on here. I miss it by 1 block on each side going down this highway here. So future plans may be to maybe take this side down, because if I build outward, Lagness Monster lives, I don't know, about 15 blocks out that way. But I may take and pull this in a little bit, 4 or 5 blocks, and then extend the superhighway 4 blocks or 5 blocks all the way back down. It's a lot of work, but I mean, gotta do what you gotta do. This thing's 34 wide, something like that right now. Another thing in the plans here is I'm going to take and make this a hair wider, maybe with some railings on the side. Remember, this doesn't touch the actual base, it just looks like it does, because I don't want the vehicles, I want them separately welded. It reduces the lag by a ton. If I connect these two, I drop down to like 18 to 22 frames. It's horrible. So I just leave it separate, so I run 35 to 40. I haven't messed with my miner in a long time. It works really well. I just showcased it, but unfortunately that was a terrible showcase because the node that I found was surrounded by a spaghetti monster. It was just those nodes that you get near them and your wheels start falling off, drill bits start flying everywhere, and it was horrible. So it's another quick little, so you guys understand how it works in case you didn't watch the video. 2 turns them on, 3 tilts them down, 4 is my favorite part of this. It tilts them in. So let's bring this back up. See how it makes a cone? You start out on a corner of a node, and this ridiculously destroys that node like nothing. And then you just tilt down right here to push along the ground and kind of bulldoze them towards the center. Anyway, wanted to make sure that was explained. Oh no, I fell. Good old crouch gets you out of anything. So future plans here. Future plans. The spine, widening of the highway. I did update my logger. I have 4 blades, as you can see, that are tilted at a 75-degree angle, or 70, somewhere around there. Anyway, what this does is now I lower it to the ground when I cut down any tree. It used to be just the big trees, I would leave it up, and the small trees I'd have to go down to the ground. Well, now I go down to the ground for all of them, and what these saw blades do is they keep the ready-made logs that are broken down, whatever, or the pieces, from flying everywhere. And they still break them down because the flat part of the saw blade actually does more refining than the bladed side. Don't ask me why. It's scrap mechanic. But so these funnel them to keep them towards the center in a nice, pretty line. My friend Sean came in and saw it moving there. He liked it a lot. I was very happy with it, and so that's an update for that one. I did take down the mansion. It's gone. Nobody cares about where you live in scrap mechanic. I mean, they just care about what you make, as far as like vehicles, construction lines, farms, things like that. But having a giant mansion where the Lagness monster lives, I deleted that, and I gained about 6 to 7 frames and 10 to 12,000 resources. Probably more than that, really. Yeah, because it was two large chests full of brick. That's what, 15,000 brick, and then 3 large chests full of concrete. So that's 22,000-ish concrete. So I gained a lot. um, let's see, what else did I do? I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. If I want to keep the garage door or not. That thing took me forever. 4 hours of my life I'll never get back to figure out. So I'm just kind of keeping it there for aesthetic purposes, but it does cause a lot of lag. My advice to you guys that are watching at home is do not make a base that is this big. This is way, way too big. The 5 craft bots, this area here is fine. This part's fine. You need a big area to, be able to raise up your creations as you're making them, get underneath them with the lift, whatever. You don't need a 900 plot farm. This thing, it connects 2 grid squares together as far as the game's concerned. It has like each plot is a certain amount of blocks long, so this connects 2 plots together. If I plant this entire thing, I'll trigger 2 raids, one back here and then one way up there at the top. So it crosses over a line of the 2 grid squares, bringing them together. That's what causes the huge amount of lag. Well, it's manageable right now. Like I said, I'm on 30 to 40 frames right now. If I turn that on, it drop down to about 20. And yeah, I mean, a good hunter plot farm, that's all you really need. Unless you want to be like me and become hermit. I never have to leave this base ever for anything. Occasionally I'll go out and get milk just because I'm tired of eating oranges all the time. But I went out and I put these refrigerators in. Yeah, look at that. All kinds of milk. So if you guys ever join me in game, you know where the milk's at. This is all the food over here. I mean, I just planted a gajillion broccoli, so you can see, and a gajillion pineapple. I got excess bananas like you wouldn't believe. So, and you guys want to hop in and join me or whatever, leave me a comment below. I'll check them out. Or, drop me an invite on Steam once you PM me. Personal message, direct message, whatever it's called. Wherever you youngsters are calling it these days. So, anyway, that's about it, really. Like I said, the plans in progress there are widen the superhighway, building a weldable spine for Crawley, and some sort of spud gun defense, because with that new update coming, those explodey bots are going to really, really irritate me. So I have to figure out some sort of spud defense to keep them away, to explode them before they get to my stuff. And I'm thinking about a T3 metal guard tower that basically, when I flip a switch, it will open up and guns will spin around in each direction with sensors on them, set at 20, and spin to shoot whatever they sense. You know what I mean? Of course, I'll get rid of the little posts in front there, so it's a nice even field there for them to shoot through. And I'm thinking about placing one about every 21. That way, out in front. So I hit a button, they spin, they shoot everything, and if it blows up, I'm out. A dinky level 1 controller, possibly a level 2 controller, a couple of mountable spud guns. Those are nothing. So anyway, that's it for this episode, guys. I told you to be short and sweet. I usually run about 20 minutes long. We're getting up on 14. So I guess you guys know the deal. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see a little bit more, leave me a comment down below. Consider dropping me a like if you're enjoying what I'm putting out here. So until next time, guys, have a great day and keep on scrapping.